Yes, hello everybody, this is Ray from Race United and I'm back again, and as you can see, I'm recording this particular video content while at work, guys. It's been a roller coaster, I would say, week, depending on when you're watching this video, but I would say all in all it's been positive, and I've had lots and lots of subscribers from China, from America, from various parts of Asia, because I've checked my analytics and I can see that there's a lot more people joining from these huge, densely populated countries. And it makes me happy, you know. However, obviously, with all that, you know, you're going to, attract some sort of negativity, which is more realistic in life. You know, if you don't attract negativity, it means you're doing something wrong. So, but that's not why I'm actually doing this video. This video, I've made it a volume 2. I don't want to say part 2. It's a volume 2. Because part 2 would mean I actually thought about making it into, some sort of relative connected content. These two are not connected. So the first one, I said the pi consensus paradox. And of course, it was mostly about the pi price and all of that. And the pi price that was touted by people or some pioneers and all. But this time, it's more to do with the so-called global consensus. So that's what's going to be about, the global consensus. And obviously, I've written it down here. So I'll actually tell you a bit about it. But you know what to do. Before you smash that like button, let me arrest your attention and provoke your thoughts in this video. Okay? Let me do that for you or on you. And of course, get strapped as you are in for quite somewhat a bumpy ride. Yeah, smash that like button, guys. Smash the subscribe button. Become a member. Listen, the membership is growing. I'm happy. Lately, I've been trying to buy membership, gifted membership to people, or for people, and they seem happy about it. But you can also do it yourself as well, because it's random. All right, I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. This is Ray from Race United. You know how I do my thing. Smash that like button. Now, in case you haven't noticed, in life, every overnight success has years of consistency behind it. Every overnight success has years of consistency behind it. I can tell you that because I'm a living proof of that. Consistency. However, what is consistency? Consistency is the most realistic path to getting what you desire. So if you want something, you need to keep at it. Keep at it. Keep at it. I mean, keep at it. Keep at it. If you're from London, but keep at it. You get what I'm saying? If you keep at it and keep at it and keep at it, it's gonna happen. You would manifest it. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, why am I saying this? Why am I saying this? Now, clearly, the question that I'm asking, which is in the caption when you actually open this video, which is why you're watching this video, is, could the pi global consensus have any bearing on the price of pi on the open network? Let me ask that question again. Let me pose it to you. Could the pi global consensus have any bearing on the price of pi in the open network? Now, this is where it's an open question, open-ended question. So the yes or no's are not what I need from you. I need you to obviously elaborate, expand your yeses and no's, or your sort of sittings on the fences. You get what I'm saying? You need to expand on that, elaborate them. So while you're in the comment section, whether this is a premiere or I just published it and you're actually, watching and wanting to comment, watch everything first and then comment on the video. So what am I going to talk about? Obviously, this is volume 2 of the pi consensus paradox. And I actually told you what paradoxes are about. If you don't know what it is, go and watch the first video. You're going to see what paradoxes are about. So I'm not going to talk about that. But what I'm going to talk about here, obviously, it's a separate volume. And I'm going to talk about something that would obviously arrest your attention and provoke your thoughts. It will always be that way, because Ray from Rays United, that's what I do. I arrest your attention and provoke your thoughts in a positive way. Remember that, which is the paradox I'm talking about, right? Okay, so when I asked that question, or when I posed the question, what I was trying to say, it was more rhetorical, but you could answer it if you want. Like I said, it's an open-ended question. So lately it's seeming that that the so-called 314159 price that was touted is sort of dying away. Now, when you go on social media, particularly Twitter, the one thing you find out is there is some consistency there. You know, I see, and obviously I see people that are in favor of the 314159, and they're staunch about it. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I see people that are not in favor of it, and they're staunch about it. You know, and that consistency is what I would say I love. I don't like people that yo-yo, or people that flip-flop, you know, people that are indecisive. Not that I don't like them as people, I don't like that particular characteristic, the indecision. You get what I'm saying? So what I've seen is that you can't convince anyone when it comes to that. What they believe in is what they believe in, and you need to accept it. You get what I'm saying? So if I believe in the fact that Pi can never hit that in the shorter term, I need it to be respected, and I'll prove it to you in my own words, and obviously a sample that I would have, that it will never get there in the shorter term. In the long term, that's looking farther into the future, you will never know. That's the whole thing. You'll never know. But living in this moment right now as I speak, I can tell you here and now that is it going to have a bearing? Now that's the question. Is the Pi global consensus going to have a bearing on the price of Pi during the open network? This is something I'm going to tell you in the next segment. I'll be right back. Yes, so I'm back. This is Ray from Rays United. If you've watched to this stage, I know you're loving the video, so it doesn't take more than microseconds. Smash that like button. Like that. Smash it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Smash that like button. Let's push these types of videos that I produce farther and farther and farther for people to you know, grasp it, because I don't just release videos which are clickbait. You know, I released a video recently, and obviously I got some stick for it, which I expected in a way, because sometimes when you do stuff, you know, it's thought-provoking, and it can arrest people's attention. So you know you're gonna spark some sort of reaction. And when you do that, you have to be prepared for the backlash of it. You get what I'm saying? And I was prepared for it, so I was able to handle that, and I think I've handled it relatively well. But when it comes to this particular video, I don't think it's going to be controversial. I think it's going to be more understandable to people. So understanding or understandable to people, and they're going to actually love it in turn. So, you know, like I said, consistency is the most realistic path to getting what you desire. If you want a lady or a guy, you have to be consistent. You have to be, of course, in a good way. You have to persist. You can't not do that. You can't just retreat and surrender. It wouldn't work. Do you get what I'm saying? You need to keep going. That's actually every aspect of life. It applies to every aspect of life. So in this particular situation, I'm going to tell you that it will. Now, this is me talking here. This is me talking. On one hand, it's going to have some sort of bearing on the price of Pi, but it will be so minute. It won't be significant. You get what I'm saying? It won't be significant, but it could sort of indirectly make or break the whole project. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why people need to tread carefully. You know, people need to tread carefully. They need to understand what Pi Network is all about. You know, you can't just start touting prices just because somebody said so. You know, you have to have your own sort of research that you've come up with, which is making you say that such and such could be the starting price of pi. And that's what I'm saying, the starting price of pi during the open network. Remember that. So the 314159 is who are actually touting the price, and they say we don't need the open network, so why are you touting that price in the first place if we don't need the open network? See? So I don't get that part. And yeah, we definitely need the open network. Sorry, we need the exchanges, definitely. Otherwise, there won't be any open network. And the core team have already said there's going to be an open network, which I'm going to do a video about because I'm doing some research. I'm doing some, scooping. So once I come up with something, you guys are going to know about the open networks, confirmation dates and all of that. But for now, all I can tell you is, on one hand, it would have a minute bearing on it. On the other hand, I don't think it would have any bearing at all. Now, let me tell you this. The prices that people are touting, this is what I believe. It's to make pi seem invaluable, meaning you hold a high value to pi. You get what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter what price you put on it. You believe that pi is of a higher value. So whether it's 314159, whether it's $1 per pi, you hold value to your pi. And this can all happen within the enclosed network. Whether or not it's going to have any significance or bearing on the price of pi in the open network remains to be seen. But from what I've seen, from what researches that I've made and done, I don't believe it's going to have any bearing. Now, this is me talking. I don't believe it's going to have any bearing on the price of pi on the open network or in the open network. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't believe so. So whatever happens in the enclosed network, people should remember the reason we have the enclosed network is to ensure that our whole ecosystem is strong enough with a very good foundation where we know that there's always a fallback plan, sort of a contingency plan, in my opinion anyway. And, the core team are working so hard to ensure that a lot of things happen for pioneers. These are things I have to do videos about, of course. Maybe as you're watching, I may have done it, but if I haven't yet done it, I'll be doing about them. One of them being mass KYC and the research that I'm doing and the questions that I'm asking the core team and people connected or related, not as in relations, but related in technical and professional terms to the Pi core team. So these are the things I've been doing behind the scenes. But when it comes to this global consensus, which people have been talking about, there is no such thing. It doesn't exist. Again, let me just say straight away, global consensus cannot exist because you're not going to have everybody agreeing on one particular price, especially when it comes to bartering, people trying to negotiate prices. That's bartering. That can't happen. So there's no such thing as global consensus. We can push it and push it and push it, but it wouldn't exist in real sense globally. Regionally, probably. Locally, maybe. Globally, no. Do you understand? Categorical, no. So yes, guys, you know how I do my videos. I'm very blunt with them. I don't beat about the bush. Even when I'm beating about the bush, I'm still about to be blunt. Do you get what I'm saying? So, the global consensus thing, the question again, which I asked in this particular video is, let me just put it, because I wrote it on a piece of paper for the first time. Could the Pi global consensus like that, have any bearing on the price of Pi in the open network? And my answer is no, it wouldn't. And I explained to you the reasons why it can't. You get what I'm saying? Or the reasons why it wouldn't. And if you want me to repeat it, I'll repeat it. But I know you've watched this video, so just, do a few clicks backward and then go watch my reasons. But listen, pioneers, remember, whatever price anybody is touting within this enclosed network, respect it. I keep saying that. Respect it. Whatever price. Because if you don't want to buy it at a certain price or rate, don't. If you want to, do. That is your prerogative. Do you understand me? So I would always advocate that, listen, during this enclosed network, it's going to be fascinating to watch how people are going to be touting the prices. Do you know what I mean? And I've already seen a few, some very interesting, some, not so interesting, but it is what it is. Do you get what I'm saying? So, I see Pi as an enormous family, where you're going to have differences And that's what family is all about. You get differences, but you work your differences. You work it out. You understand? And in our case, we come from different walks of life. Different walks of life. So I personally would say, I think we're doing well, considering. Do you get what I'm saying? So guys, let's be one big happy family. I'm really happy family. I'm really happy that I did this video. Again, this is the Pi Paradox. The Pi Concensus Paradox, Volume 2. If you haven't watched the Volume 1, go back, watch that one. It's not a continuation of the Volume 1. Sorry, of Volume 1 or the first one. So that's why I call them volumes and not parts. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is Volume 2. If I come up with something else in the next 2-3 months, there might be Volume 3. But it is not something I'm thinking about down the line. The name is Ray. The channel is Ray's United. And the word is peace. Guys, smash that like button. You know I love you all. Alright? Ray's United is always here.